If you took history in school, and of course you did because no one gives you a choice of what you want to learn, still haven't used Rig, then chances are you've seen the exact same photos as the rest of us. The atomic bomb dropping, Hitler speaking at a podium, Truman sitting at his desk, V-Day, Nixon making the double peace sign, to name a few. But think about how much history there actually is and how little of it we've been told about or seen in plenty. Here are 15 historical photos you won't find in your history books. Here we see a women's prohibition group standing up for their belief that consuming alcohol is basically the work of the devil. Yes, which is why it's so damn fun to do. We bet their male counterparts were psyched when they read these signs, and not only can they keep on drinking, they don't have to get it on with their hag of a wife. Their words, not ours. Here we see a man. They couldn't have hired a female, measuring two ladies' swimsuits to see if the length is appropriate. Holy Christ on a cracker, what would this guy do if he was suddenly transported to the year 2015 when women are fighting to free the nipple? It is hard to believe that this noise-canceling mask is real and not some photoshopped hoax, but it is indeed a very real image and a very real invention from the 1920s. What clinically insane human being thought this was a good idea? No one thought to just stick something in their ears? They couldn't have invented little fuzzy earmuffs, you had to wear a deep-sea diving helmet instead? If you wore that thing nowadays you'd be immediately arrested without bail. Why were people in the 1920s obsessed with covering their entire head with something? What were they protecting their face from, the sun or chlorine? Either way, is putting rubber or whatever the hell this is against your wet skin really the best idea? And is he really practicing a speech or practicing his jazz hands? We think the latter. And by the looks of it, he has jazz hands down pat. Seriously, go look at old clips on YouTube of Judy Garland singing, she made these same gestures. Just saying. If he is in fact practicing a speech, how queer of him to actually practice such dramatic movements. Guess being in the moment and letting whatever happen wasn't his thing. This is one of the stupidest things we've ever seen. This is a double-decker bus manufacturer's attempt to prove to the general public that their bus will not tip over. And wow, look at that, that's quite a steep angle, and yep, they're right, no tipping. They've just forgotten, it seems, the laws of inertia that tell us if that bus were going 40 miles per hour and took a sharp turn, that bus is tipping over. But nice try. Holy crap, what a feat of engineering for its day. It's like some little kid's Hot Wheels toy came to life. It looks like this thing could hold 25-30 cars on it. How did this work? Like a valet stand, would you hand in your parking ticket and then someone would press a button like at the dry cleaners and all the cars would move around and yours would appear? Pretty cool. Until the machine broke and you had no way of getting home. Candid shots are so prevalent nowadays, but in years past, not so much. Usually when you see pictures of Dali, there are the famous images of him older with a weird mustache and startled expression on his face, and Ms. Chanel always looked posed wearing multiple strings of pearls. But look at these two icons just hanging out together. Looks like Dali is a little sweet on Chanel. Rumor has it they had an affair. This looks like a maternity ward for little robots. It's sort of adorable in a strange way. Again, with wanting to place an entire tank around a head, in this case, let's just put the helmet/tank/mask thingy around the entire baby, just to be safe. I guess if it was really going to keep my baby safe, I'd wrap it in dog SHT. What a shot. We always see that iconic image of the man who grabbed the woman in the middle of Times Square on V-Day, but we personally never seen this one before. It's so emotional. These lovers don't ever want to say goodbye because they may not ever see each other again. Every last second counts before that shit pulls out. Sigh, so tragically romantic. Can you even believe how absolutely beside himself with joy this boy is at his brand new shoes? When you take a look at the pair he's got on, you can see why. What's so striking about this moment is that today's kids barely get this excited if you buy them a new car. Some kids do, but it's rare that a kid is going to be so happy with something most of us would find small and meaningless. Where have you been all our life? Man, those were the days. Go to one dispenser and get yourself some whiskey, then head over to the other one and get yourself a pack of smokes. What's really great about this photo is there is a huge arrow pointing to the whiskey button, and then these two tiny buttons for water and soda. Also love a lady in pearls and a smart cardigan has stepped up to the machine. You could say this woman is a bit of a tease. But seriously, we would think she'd need much larger cups than that. Oh, and there are probably more, but let's move on. And now, normally when you see images of the Victorian period, everyone looks not only serious, but positively angry. It's nice to see a woman loosen up and have a little fun. Before the Backstreet Boys or One Direction, there was this boyish band. How coquettish these lads are. We are a huge fan of the garters tied around the leg and the penciled-on beauty mark aka mole. If we had to date one of these man ladies, we would choose the one on the far left, as we like a lady with swimmer's shoulders. This is an image taken in 1970s during the color parade. What must have happened to make this poor foot guard pass right out like that? Nerves? The heat? Hungover or still drunk? A combination of all three perhaps. And what must have gone through his head when he came to?